Hi everyone, let's try out this trigonometric equation. Secant squared x plus tan squared x equal to 3. Now, to solve this type of equation, they have to give you, since we are to look for the value of x, you have to be given the possible range of the values of x. Alright, so in the question we have where 0 degrees is less than or equal to x, that is x is greater than or equal to 0 degrees, and x is also less than or equal to 360 degrees. Alright, now to solve for the value of x, the possible values of x, we will make use of Pythagorean identity one more time. Alright, so let's start from the most basic one, that is sine squared x. Remember, you can replace that x with theta, plus cos squared x equal to 1. Alright, now let's look at this expression, this equation. How can we make this equation in a way that whatever we get, we can substitute it in this equation given? Secant squared x plus tan squared x equal to 3. Okay, we have tan squared x. Actually, if we divide through by cos, we can get tan. Alright, if we divide through by cos, we can get tan squared x. Alright, so let's divide through. Divide through by cos squared x. So we have sine squared x divided by cos squared x plus cos squared x over cos squared x equal to 1 over cos squared x. Alright, now remember, sine over cos will give us tan. So here we'll have tan squared x plus cos squared x divided by cos x squared x will give us 1 equal to, also remember here, inverse of cos is what? Inverse of cos is secant. So we have inverse of cos, that will give us secant squared x. Okay, inverse of cos squared x will give us secant squared x. So now we have secant squared x to be tan squared x plus 1. Alright, now we can substitute for secant squared x. So substitute for secant squared x in the equation given. And what's the equation given? The equation given is sec squared x plus tan squared x equal to 3. Alright, now let's substitute for sec squared x. And sec squared x in our equation here is tan squared x plus 1. Alright, then we have plus right here plus tan squared x equal 3. Alright, now let's collect right, let me move my canvas up. Okay, writing 2. Now Let's collect like terms. Tan squared x plus tan squared x will give us 2 tan squared x. Alright, equal to 3. Then this plus 1 moves to the other side and become minus 1. So we have 2 tan squared x equal to 2. Alright, right here we can now divide. We can divide both sides by 2. Let's divide both sides by 2. So we have 2 tan squared x divided by 2 equal to 2 divided by 2. Alright, so 2 here, 2 here, 1. Alright, we have tan squared x equal to 1. Now we are looking for the possible values of x, so we need to get rid of this square. To get rid of the square, we find the square root of both sides. So square root of tan squared x, square root we got square, equal to plus or minus square root of 1. Let me move my canvas up. Okay, so here now we have tan x equal to plus or minus square root of 1 is 1, plus or minus 1. Now our tan x is either equal to 1 or tan x is equal to minus 1, or it is equal to minus 1. Now this is actually not the real value of x, because x from the question, from the equation given, is range of values of degrees ranging from 0 to 360. So how do we turn this 1 value that we've gotten into degrees? Remember tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 is 45 degrees. You can check that up in your calculator, or you use trigonometric ratio to find it. Tan inverse of 1 equal to 45 degrees. One of these days I'll work on that, show us some special angles regarding trigonometric ratios. Alright, now that we know our tan inverse of 1 is equal to 45 degrees. Now how do we know the possible values of our x, since our tan inverse of 1 is 45 degrees? Now that will bring us to this angle at a point. Now first thing we need to remember is that at the first quadrant, yes, our angle is 45 degrees, but it's going to be positive, since all angles in the first quadrant are positive. Also, in the third quadrant right here, our tan will be negative, but what value? Remember, it is 45. Okay, right here 45, right here 45. So if we add 45 to right here is 180, we add 45 to 180, that will give us 225. So on this side we have 225. Now that's settled. Oh, sorry, that is positive. Positive here, positive here. Tan is positive in the first quadrant, tan is positive in the third quadrant. Now, what about the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant? In the second quadrant, remember, we are coming this way, 45 degrees, and right here we have 90. So if you add 90 to 45, you get 135. So the angle here is 135 and it is negative. Tan is negative in the second quadrant, tan is negative in the fourth quadrant. All right, now here also we have 45 again. Okay, now when we add that 45 to, okay, we have 180 here, this will be 270. If we add 45 to 270, that will give us 315. So our angles are complete. Then we can say our x is equal to, the possible values of x are 45 in the first quadrant, 135 in the second quadrant, 225 in the third quadrant, and 315 in the fourth quadrant. Those are the possible values of x. Thank you.